Alright, today I'm going to show you how to save as much gas as you can when you're driving, especially when driving a big truck. Now the first thing is, when you go to the gas station, I'm in Pennsylvania, and there's stickers that tell you that this thing has been tested and approved. So what they do is they go in these little holes right there, and they pump out like a gallon or 5 gallons in a bucket, and they make sure that it matches what it is. And this one, it's the end of June 2013, and this pump has been tested last time May of 2012, so this is kind of overdue, and this pump could be pumping less gas than you would think. So make sure that when you go to a gas station, just look at the sticker and make sure it's been tested recently. This one is really old, so I don't even trust this pump to give me the right amount of gas. It could be filling over too much a little bit, or too little a little bit. So don't trust a pump like this. That's the first thing. We'll get to the other stuff. Driving habits. Now these are the things that are really going to help you to drive and save a lot of gas, and you really will notice the difference if you just make these your new driving habits instead of old driving habits. So, well, what you have to do is look ahead. I got a green light, I gotta go. So what I do is I let it roll forward just a touch, and then I hit the gas, and I'm about halfway on the gas right now. You get up to the speed that you want, you take your foot off of the gas. Now I'm coasting, and then you put your foot on the gas just a little bit so that you can maintain your speed. And it's very important to do that, to take your foot all the way off of the gas, to hit the gas really hard from when you're stopped. You go fast, because it only will last, I mean, you're getting, in a truck like this, when you hit the gas, you're getting like 5-6 miles per gallon. But it doesn't matter so much, because it only lasts for about 8 seconds. And then you're taking your foot off of the gas. And when you're coasting in a big truck like this, you're getting about 35 miles per gallon. And I've been coasting this whole time. I have my foot like very slightly on the gas. I'm coasting, my foot is not even on the gas right now, and I'm getting about 35 miles per gallon. So it's a good trade-off to power through about 8 seconds to get up to speed, instead of trying to drive very slowly. Because in a big truck like this, here we go, getting ready to take off again. If I drive like this, I got my foot kind of on the gas, but my foot is still on the gas. I'm getting about 8 miles per gallon right now. And if I continue to do this, it's going to be like 15 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, that you're getting 8 miles per gallon. My foot is still on the gas. I'm still getting probably about 8 miles per gallon right here. And I'm still going because I'm just trying to drive slowly. And you think that it will save you gas, but it honestly doesn't. The thing that'll save you gas is if you take off quickly, get up to speed as fast as you can, and then let off of the gas and coast as much as you possibly can. Coasting is the best in a car, or even like a Jeep Cherokee. When you're coasting, you can get up to 60, 70, 80 miles per gallon because you're not burning a lot of fuel. Your throttle is not open, it's closed. So it's just kind of putting just enough fuel. It's kind of like being at idle. And that's one of the habits that will really help you, especially in the city. If you have a lot of stop signs, a lot of stoplights, just like this situation here. If you punch it, get up to speed, and then coast the rest of the way till the next light, you're spending about 8 seconds on the gas, getting 5 miles per gallon, but then you're spending about an entire minute or more coasting. And it's just like it's on idle. And if you do just this, you'll notice about a 20% increase in gas mileage. And if you have a gas instant miles per gallon gauge on your my truck is older here that I'm using, so I can't show you. But if you have one of those instant miles per gallon gauges on your car, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. Just pay attention to that thing. Put it on instant miles per gallon. Pay attention to it. And you'll be able to see what a huge difference it makes just in that one habit. And that's really the biggest thing. Driving on the highway is kind of the same deal. You get up to speed, you have to take your foot off of the gas before you put it on the gas, just slightly, just so that you're maintaining speed. And you'll even lose a little bit of speed because you're using more centrifugal force than you're using force from the engine, but your gas mileage will go up incredibly. and you'll be very happy. So I hope that I helped somebody with that tip. And another thing that really helps is something that people don't talk about too much. I know that people say put spark plugs, make sure your air filter is clean, make sure that you know, your car is maintained properly, your O2 sensors are working properly, everything like that. One of the things that people don't talk about is whether or not your engine is clean. I'm not talking about the inside of your engine, I'm talking about the outside of your engine. If your engine has a lot of oil on it, it's greasy, it's dirty, it's got like an inch of dust on it, then it's running hotter than it normally would be. So if you go get a power wash your engine. It's very cheap, or it's easy to do. You just stay away from the electrical connections with the water, or let it dry off before you turn it back on. You'll be fine. A clean engine is a happy engine. And if it's clean on the outside, it'll run cooler. Running cooler means more efficiently. And efficiently means it's going to give you more power. And more power means that you're going to need less power to get up to speed, or to coast, or to do anything. So you're going to be using less gas mileage. And these are just little tiny things to think about, to kind of practice. Especially if you have a miles per gallon gauge in your car, you'll be able to see the difference. And you'll be able to form new habits. And if you're in traffic or something, you know, don't worry about it. You're going to be burning gas anyway. It's just something that happens. So I hope somebody got a kick out of this. I know that if you just follow that one or two little tiny things that I said, that you're going to save a lot of gas mileage. It really helps. And another thing that people say is that if you run the air conditioner, that you're getting less gas mileage. And that's not totally true. And I'm going to show you in this next clip why that's not true. Okay, so as far as the issue with when you use your air conditioner, is it taking up a lot more of your gas when you're running than not running the air conditioner, that is not true. And I'll tell you why it's not true, and I'll show you why it's not true. Here's my truck. The AC has Freon in it already. There's an evaporator, there's all types of little things. And this here is the AC compressor. And you see how it's running on the belt? So this AC compressor is always spinning, no matter if the air conditioner is on or not. So I'm going to turn the truck on, and I'm going to show you that it's spinning without the AC being on. And then this part in the middle will not be spinning, but the pulley itself will be spinning. And when you turn on your air conditioner, the only thing that happens is there's a solenoid in there, and it'll click this on, and it'll use the force that's already being put on this belt to spin this. And then this will compress the Freon, and you know, the other stuff can work, and your air conditioner is going to come on. So this thing is already spinning all the way. It doesn't take more gas mileage to spin. So here we go. I'm going to show you. I'm going to turn my truck on. Now my AC is off. My truck is on. And I've used this with the miles per gallon gauge on Jeep Cherokees and different trucks that I've had. So here you go. Take a look. The belt is spinning. I'm going to turn the AC on now, and you'll just see that the belt is still spinning. Max AC. I'm going to turn it all the way up. And that's what it looks like when it's on. When you turn your AC on, and when you turn this fan on, the fans that are in here that blows the air out, it's not using gas to spin, because it's already spinning in there, and this is an electrical doodad. It's not taking more gas. It's taking almost the exact same amount of gas, except for the tiniest bit more that it'll take to make this whole compressor spin. What it's taking from is your alternator. Now your alternator always puts out more amps than it needs to put out. It runs your radio, it runs your windshield wipers, it runs your headlights, it runs everything, but it's constantly always putting out the same amount of amps. It's just how many amps are being drawn from it. And this is an electrical thing, and it's on the belt. So the belt is always spinning, regardless of whether or not you have the AC on. And I've heard people say that they took trips one way with the AC on, one way with the AC off, and that they got a little bit, not even a lot, a little bit better gas mileage with it off. And I'm talking about maybe a 600-mile trip, and they might have gotten 30 or 40 miles less in that whole trip. And that's really not a lot. And plus, that's not a very scientific test. Because of the fact that the driving conditions are going to be different. So that's my thing. And I had a miles per gallon gauge, and I've done that. I've driven on the highway where there's no one in front of me, no one behind me, and you know, and I'll look at the instant miles per gallon, and then I'll turn my air conditioner on and say it says 19 with it off, and then instantly it'll say about 18.6 with it on. So don't believe that it's taking 20% more gas or something, some huge number to run your air conditioner. It's just not true, and that's a fact. Post comments. Tell me what you found out, or if you have any technical information, scientific information on how the system works that could prove otherwise, or even contradict what I just told you. Please post those comments, because people drive around with no AC, sweating for pretty much no reason. Thanks a lot for watching.